Hello, friends. Today we will be energizing our body and mentally clearing out our mind through the energy boosting sun salutations. These are a traditional sequence of movement that not only gives a great full body stretch, but it's also the act of bowing down to the natural creation and energy giver, the sun. So when each movement is matched to the correct breath, we find a natural feeling of interconnection between both our body and mind. We will be flowing through Surya Namaskar A and B each 3 times to give us a nice little jump start to the day. So whenever you're ready, we begin standing up at the top of the mat in mountain pose. Bringing our awareness to our foundation first, the feet, making sure we're grounding through all 4 corners, having a slight bend in the knees, tucking in the pelvis just a little bit to create this beautiful long line up through the spine and up through the crown of the head. Bringing hands to heart center, we start to feel the energy radiating up through the feet, feeling our connection to earth and our connection to ourselves, our inner beings. Taking a few breaths here. Before your next exhale, sending the arms out, shoulder height, and just taking gentle little twists from side to side. Waking up the top of the spine, finding a gentle little movement here. We can keep the arms out long, or we can have a little fun with it. Start bending the elbows, visualizing yourself moving the energy around in front of you. One more big breath here, feeling evened out and a little bit warmed up. Releasing back to mountain pose, and inhale, reach the arms over the head. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reaching through the crown, holding your breath as we step back to plank, and then exhale as we slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, rolling over the toes, finding downward facing dog. Walking up to the front of the mat, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, hands come above the head. And exhale to heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Holding the breath to step back into plank, and exhaling as we lower the chest towards the mat. Inhale, take the gaze up, back bend. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Doing this one more round, stepping up to the mat. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Trying to match movement with breath as much as possible, finding ourselves exhaling in mountain pose. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, stepping back to plank, and taking a chaturanga, nice and strong. We can feel our muscles growing stronger already, finding length in the spine, downward facing dog, making our way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold. Moving on to sequence B, inhale to chair pose, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, stepping back to plank pose, taking a vinyasa, moving with your breath. We meet in downward facing dog. Still exhaling, reach that right leg behind, bend the knee, and bring it in between the hands, warrior one. Big inhale. Then raining the fingertips down to frame the foot, coming into plank, taking another vinyasa. Feeling the length of the spine, the expansion, lifting the left leg, coming into warrior one on this side, grounding through the back edge of the foot. Exhale, pivot on the back foot, step back into plank and chaturanga. Deep breaths, feeling the fire. Inhale, make our way to the top of the mat and halfway lift, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sinking into the hips. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, sinking back into chair pose before forward folding. Halfway lift. Plant the hands and step back plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Taking a vinyasa, we meet in downward facing dog, where we lift the left leg first this time for warrior one. Rise up, inhale, and exhale, frame the foot, plank. As we take this vinyasa, notice the energy and the warmth inside of your body that you're creating with your synchronization of breath to movement. Nice strong warrior one, and rain the hands down, stepping the right foot back, preparing for our last round of Sun Salutation B. Making our way to the top of the mat, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, chair pose. Exhale, mountain. Catching your breath if you need to for a moment before sinking into chair, and exhale, folding forward. Reaching through the crown of the head and stepping back to plank. Nice deep inhale and exhale over the toes. Right leg reaches up and steps in front, warrior one. Frame the foot and quiet the mind to allow your body to lead. Feeling these beautiful physical sensations. Warrior one on the left side. And exhale to release, taking our last little vinyasa of this practice today. And as we make our way to the top of the mat, start to tap in to the body and your energy centers, noticing the difference between now and before you began this quick practice. Ending in mountain pose, taking a few moments here to feel the energy again, feel the subtle differences. And then crossing the right leg over the left, we reach to the right side. Nice little side stretch to end here, slowing the breath down and switching sides. Noticing any boosts in energy or mental clarity. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I hope I leave you feeling strong and alive and ready to conquer anything that shows up in your path. And with that, this practice has come to a close. But if you are roaring and ready to go, I can link you some classes in the description that you're already properly warmed up for if you want to do a little more, get your day really started. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the mat again very, very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my friend. You deserve it. Namaste.